Today's story is for every person who stayed strong for others, even when they were breaking inside. Hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Emotional Stories by Olivia. This is Olivia's story. Olivia was born in a small apartment on the quiet side of town. The kind of place where paint peeled from the walls and the heater barely worked in winter. Her father worked long shifts at a factory, coming home every night smelling of metal and sweat. Her mother cleaned offices and houses, her hands always rough from soap and cold water. They weren't lazy people. They were tired people. Money was always tight. Some nights dinner was just bread and tea. But Olivia never complained. Even as a child, she understood that life was already heavy for her parents. Still, Olivia had something special. She had dreams. When other kids ran outside to play, Olivia would sit near the window with a notebook. She drew hospitals, ambulances, doctors with stethoscopes. She imagined herself wearing a white coat, saving lives, helping sick children. Making her parents proud. She wanted to become a doctor. Her teachers noticed her intelligence early. She's smart, they told her parents. She just needs support. Olivia studied every night. Even when the lights went out, she continued by candlelight. She memorized medical words she barely understood. She believed hard work could change her future. She believed life was fair. She was wrong. Everything changed when Olivia was 16. One afternoon, her father collapsed at work. The factory replaced him in 2 days. Just like that, the family lost their only steady income. Hospital bills arrived in thick envelopes. Rent became overdue. Food became limited. Her mother started skipping meals so the kids could eat. At night, Olivia heard quiet crying through the thin walls. One evening, Olivia overheard her mother talking on the phone. "We might have to pull Olivia out of school. We can't afford it anymore." Olivia sat frozen on her bed. She didn't cry. She just stared at the floor. That night, she made a decision that would shape the rest of her life. The next morning, Olivia didn't go to school. Instead, she walked into a small grocery store and asked for work. The manager looked at her tired eyes. "How old are you?" 16. He hesitated. "I learn fast," Olivia said softly. She got the job. That afternoon, Olivia came home with her first paycheck and handed it to her mother. Her mother stared in shock. "What is this?" Olivia forced a smile. "I just want to help." That was the day Olivia buried her dream. From that moment on, Olivia became the backbone of her family. She worked before sunrise and after sunset. She stocked shelves, cleaned floors, helped customers, lifted boxes heavier than she was. She came home exhausted but silent. Every dollar went to rent, food, and medical bills. She stopped buying notebooks, stopped borrowing library books, stopped imagining white coats. Her younger siblings grew. Olivia paid for their school supplies, their uniforms, their lunches. Her sister got engaged. Olivia paid for the wedding dress. Her brother wanted to go to college. Olivia paid the application fees. People sometimes asked her, "When will you live your own life?" Olivia always answered with the same tired smile. "Soon." But soon never came. Years passed. Olivia turned 25. Then 30. Then 35. Her hands became rough. Her back ached constantly. Her smile grew quieter. But she stayed dependable. Everyone knew Olivia would help. She never said no. Then one day, a man named David entered her life. He worked at a repair shop near the grocery store. He noticed Olivia always helping customers, always carrying heavy boxes, always looking tired. One afternoon he offered her coffee. They started talking. David listened more than he spoke. "You're always taking care of everyone," he said once. Olivia shrugged. "Someone has to. He looked at her gently. "What about you?" No one had ever asked her that. They began meeting on Sundays. Just coffee. Just walks. For the first time in years, Olivia felt seen. David eventually said, "I love you, Olivia. Let's build a life together." Her heart wanted to say yes. She imagined warm dinners, a small home, someone waiting for her after work. She almost believed she deserved happiness. Then her brother called. He had been accepted abroad. He needed money for his visa. Olivia opened her savings drawer. Everything she had secretly saved for herself. She gave it all away. That evening she met David. Her voice shook. "I'm not ready for marriage." David waited. Then he left. Love became another dream she sacrificed. Olivia went back to work. Life moved forward without asking permission. Her parents passed away one after another. Her siblings started their own families. They called sometimes, visited on holidays. But Olivia stayed alone. She cooked for one. She talked to herself while folding laundry. She watched other people's lives through windows. At night, She lay awake listening to traffic outside. Sometimes she whispered to the ceiling, "Was it worth it?" Strong people don't scream. They survive quietly. Olivia continued working without pause. Days turned into months. Months into years. She became the woman everyone depended on but no one truly asked about. When her sister had children, Olivia sent money every month. When her brother lost a job, Olivia covered rent. She missed birthdays, skipped holidays, and ignored her own health. Her body aged faster than her heart. She developed back pain at 40, high blood pressure at 45. Sleepless nights became normal. But Olivia never stopped, because she believed love meant sacrifice, and sacrifice meant silence. People praised her. "You're so strong. You're such a good daughter. You're an amazing sister." But no one said, "You matter too." At 50, Olivia moved into a smaller apartment. She sold most of her furniture to help her nephew pay tuition. She started forgetting small things. Where she left her keys. What day it was. She laughed it off. But loneliness doesn't laugh. Loneliness waits. One winter evening, Olivia slipped on ice outside her building. She lay on the ground staring at the gray sky. No one noticed for several minutes. A stranger helped her up. That night she sat alone in her apartment with ice on her knee. She whispered, "If I disappear, who would notice?" Her phone stayed silent. Olivia turned 60 quietly. No party. No cake. Just a card from her sister and a short call from her brother. She went to work like any other day. On her lunch break, she walked to a nearby park. Children were running around. Mothers were laughing. Fathers were pushing swings. She sat on a cold bench and watched. Suddenly memories rushed back. Her childhood. Her notebooks. Her dream of becoming a doctor. Tears filled her eyes. She realized something painful. She had spent her entire life building others, and never herself. That evening Olivia searched online for volunteer programs. She joined a community center. She started teaching reading to children from poor families. The kids loved her. They hugged her. They listened. She told them stories about hope and strength. She told girls, "Don't let anyone tell you your dreams are too big." And slowly Olivia began healing. She wasn't saving money anymore. She was saving souls. She made friends for the first time in decades. Older women like her. Broken people. Quiet survivors. They shared tea and stories. Olivia laughed again. Real laughter. Years passed. Olivia's health weakened. But her heart grew lighter. She no longer waited for calls. She no longer begged for attention. She had learned something powerful. You cannot pour from an empty cup. One afternoon, a young girl at the center asked, "Miss Olivia, why do you help us so much?" Olivia smiled softly. "Because someone once forgot to help me." That night Olivia wrote in a notebook for the first time since childhood. She wrote, "I loved my family. I gave everything. But I forgot myself. If anyone reads this, please remember. Your dreams matter." She placed the notebook on her bedside table. Olivia passed away peacefully in her sleep at 72. At her funeral many people came. Children she taught. Parents she helped. Strangers whose lives she touched. Her siblings stood quietly, finally understanding how much she had given. They found her notebook. They cried. Olivia never became a doctor. She never married. She never traveled. But she left behind something stronger than success. She left kindness. She left love. She left lessons. She taught us that sacrificing for family is beautiful, but losing yourself is not. And dreams deserve protection. Thank you for listening to this story on Emotional Stories by Olivia. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. More emotional stories are coming soon.